Here with head coach Katie Anderson after the Vikings regular season finale with North Central College. They split the doubleheader against North Central College, come back in dramatic fashion in the first game, winning 6-5. Unfortunately, lose the second game 9-1. Katie, let's talk a little bit about that first game. There was just a no-quit attitude in the ladies. Their resiliency was just unreal. Talk about what they were able to do in the latter half of that game.
It was exciting. I mean, I told the girls at the end of the game, I think that ending took years off the end of my life. Because that's what it was. We were down 4, and it was, single by single by single. They ended up walking crook, and Kendall Patchwick comes up with a big hit. And it was fun to be a part of. It was fun to watch, and the girls deserve to have a win like that this season. So I was proud of them and proud of the way that they came back from that deficit. It's not easy to come back from a 4-run deficit in the 7th inning, and that's exactly what they did. And I'm just glad we were all able to be a part of it.
Obviously, the second game not the way you guys wanted to go, but still you guys finished with the 6-8 record, tying a pretty significant number, the 2013 team that ended up winning the Defensive Team Award. Talking about what this group of young ladies, first-year ladies in general, but I mean obviously 2 seniors, but talking about what they were just able to do as a first-year group.
I told them the day before the game, where we started and where we are now it's not the same place, and where we're going to go is not going to be the same place as where we are now. And we did a lot of growing up this year. We have a lot of young people. We talk about we have 8 freshmen, but we also have 3 sophomores. That's a lot of young kids who are still figuring out the game and figuring out what needs to be done to win. And I think they now know what our conference looks like and what we can do. And we've been able to split with a majority of the teams that we played in the conference, and that's with people who have little to no experience, playing those teams before, which is a good thing and a bad thing. But we did a lot of growing up this year, and I think the girls realize that we need to be a little bit healthier, which comes from a little bit better being a bit better conditioned, and starting off on a better foot than where we were. So if we were straight up healthy from beginning to end, we could have done a little bit more, but it was a little rough in the beginning because of injury and stuff like that. So we got to come back and take a little bit better care of ourselves. But I think that the girls overall grew up a lot this season, and I told them before the game I'm proud of what they've done. I'm proud of who they are right now and what they've done as a team. They've gelled together as a team just fantastically, and have just become this really close-knit unit that's just fun to be around and give off that energy that I know it's going to be a special few years coming up here because of what they can accomplish when they're together. And now they're hungry. Now they know what we can do. Now they know how close we are to getting what we want, and they're going to come back with nothing but fight after this.
On the flip side, 2 seasoned veterans, Nicole Kruckman and Katie Orton. Now, talk about what those 2 gave for their 3 and 4 years here.
Those 2 are they're going to be tough to replace. Kruk is just a force. You saw it on the basketball court. You see it on the softball field. First base, nothing gets by her. Heck of a hitter. And has been that way for 4 years. She's been our starting first baseman for 4 years.
Yeah.
It's close to 400 every year. And that's just her, and that's her will to win. It's her desire to be better. It's her the fact that she does not accept failure. She wants to be better at all times. And we're going to miss her a lot. She's filled a big hole over there for us for a long time. And while we hate to see her go, we know she's going to be doing nothing but great things once she gets out of here, which is fantastic to see on her part. Katie Orton now has gone with every punch that we have thrown at her, and took a lot of responsibility on this year as being our team captain after we had a rough year last year, and sat down and talked about where we wanted to go and what we wanted to change, and she took it and ran with it. And just to mention in the beginning, she came here as a catcher and we turned her into a pitcher, and she, in the beginning, we didn't know what to expect from her, and she's been pitching for us ever since. She came and made the adjustments and did what she needed to do to help her team, and that's the kind of person that she is. And same with Kruk. They both give themselves to the team, and that's something that we are going to miss from them. great leaders, great friends to the girls, and we wish them nothing but the best. But we're sad to see them go.
Never say never, though. I mean, you guys are 6-8. You still need a little bit of help in this conference. Talk about what the game plan is going to be going into this last week of the season now.
Well, we're going to meet tomorrow and talk about what we need and what's going to happen. And I think we're only the second team in our conference to finish all of our games so far. One is Wheaton, who clinched their spot towards the top. I think they clinched number 2 spot behind Wesleyan. And everybody else is still kind of up for grabs. So right now we're sitting in 4th, and we got to wait to see what happens on Thursday and on Saturday, and we'll be anxiously awaiting to see how it goes and looking over all the stats and all that kind of stuff to see what happens. It would be exciting. All the stars have to align, and you never know. Just like that first game, you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
So it'll be a fun week to finish out just sitting and watching and waiting to see how everything shakes out, because it's been such an interesting year so far. So can't ask for anything more than that after your last regular season game. So.